How's it going? Welcome to Bed with the Genius, Soccer Betting Genius, Sean Miller, whatever you're going to call it, show. I'm here at Starbucks in Flemington, New Jersey. I had to cover a baseball game at 1 o'clock, walk-off. Kid had walk-off triple after he had a two-run home run in the bottom of the sixth. They were down 7-0 bottom of the sixth, ended up winning 8-7. So I don't really drink coffee, but I got this thing. It's like a brown sugar something. Iced cappuccino. It's pretty good. I'll drink more coffee. Anyway, we'll have another episode. Remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so every day you'll be able to watch shows on the Max Wagers Network. We have all kinds of shows, Midday Money, Sean Higgs, Morning Wood, Allie Burns, Just Parlays, Chris King, Back to the Window, Scott and Scott, me, and then Game Time Decision. Remember, you can see these all on the Max Wagers Network's YouTube channel. Now, if you're watching them in other places, got to go to Max Wagers Network YouTube channel now. All right, make sure you're liking, subscribing. I'm on tonight on ESPN talking a little soccer. I'm going to give you a little bit of a preview about what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk on the ESPN show. We'll talk a little horse racing, weekend baseball, hockey, basketball, 6-leg parlay. My only money line is France, and they're losing. I don't understand what's going on with this French team. To be honest, they're playing like crap. Unless maybe all of a sudden Austria is playing like France 2018 with Ralph Rangnick. So maybe Manchester United was the problem. I'm going to drink like that frog does. Kermit the Frog, right? It was Manchester United. They stink. All right. So hopefully France comes back in that game for you. I've kind of stayed away from them a little bit. Hopefully you jumped on that NRL game, the rugby. Cowboys won 31-12. I had them over 30 points and to win by more than 13 points. So I won both of those. Have them in a parlay, I believe. Those parlays I was talking about, I put them in, I think, with the Broncos and the Sharks and Panthers. So if that wins out, Benzema was in, Mbappe just came. Look, it's just, to me, like Benzema just played about 8,000 games for Real Madrid, and they played in the Champions League final, and then he's got to go play these Nations League games. These guys don't care. Like, and like, how is Mbappe not in the line? Like, either start your starters or don't. Like, either take it seriously or don't. I don't get it. They fall behind and then they start subbing these guys in. I mean, Croatia did that the other day too. Like, either play your players or don't play your players. Like, if you're going to take this as a warm up to see, how some of these players are going to be able to play together in the World Cup or whatever, I understand, but I don't get it. Either play or don't. So we're going to look at some of those games tomorrow. No Kaepernick today, by the way. He's helping his friend move. So probably a limited MLS. It's only 3 games anyway. So remember, $1,100 first bet insurance on your Caesars. Place a first-time wager up to $1,100. Get it back in the form of a free bet. If you lose, you must use our promo code ATSWINS CZR. Links are in the show box below. All right. Hit 5 unders. Yeah, Bill, these unders are crazy. We just talked about this. That's the one thing. If you're gonna listen to this ESPN show tonight. Remember, I'm on ESPN New York at midnight tonight. You can listen in New York, obviously, on 98.7 FM, or you can listen on the what is it? The App Store. You can go in and get the TuneIn Radio app to listen free to 98.7 in New York. A lot of unders. And let me pull this up for you. Denmark, Croatia 0-0, Albania, Israel 1-0, Slovakia, Azerbaijan 1-0, Latvia, Moldova. You see some goals there. Not a lot of goals in these games. Friendlies I don't even mess with. I haven't even seen a line on this USA game, to be honest. Let me see if we can find a line. There we go. USA is minus 10,000 tonight. I don't even know how you bet this game. I think maybe you go here. Over 2.5 in the first half. Just hope USA scores. Blitzes Granada like they did in 1983. I'm not sure how else you would bet it. It's probably a game. I don't even give if you can get USA minus 3.5, I think maybe take it. But you see here, over 5 goals is minus 155. I mean, look, if you can get, this is not even worth it. If you can get USA minus 3.5 at a decent price, USA minus 4.5 at a decent price, I would probably do that. Seems really good, by the way. Thank you, Starbucks Flemington. Sponsors. All right, so, other than that, you see Bahamas, Nicaragua on tonight. Nicaragua minus 770. Guatemala, Dominican Republic. I don't even know to tell you about that game, to be honest. I would really probably just stay away from that game. All right. So Albania, Israel now tied up. So Bill, I'll put a little star on this. So if France scores, we get a little update. So we don't have to keep looking at that. Okay, so you got Ukraine against Armenia tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Look, I thought Ukraine was going to be really kind of a little down and despondent after that game. The World Cup qualifier that they lost. But they played well the other day. So, I think maybe see which group they're in here. Obviously, Ukraine could probably win that group. So I would think they're going to probably try to play, most of their players here. So maybe we'll go down to total goals by Ukraine over 2.5. Might take a shot with that. And we'll see what the Asian line is here. -2. Yeah, you know what? The thing that drives me nuts about these games are when you have your parlays, 16 parlays, and the first 5 hit, and you have the 6th game, and if France is winning 1-0, you have a decision to make, right? You could say, man, they're offering me $780 on $1,000, max win. Am I gonna take the money? And a lot of times, maybe I'll do it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. But when they're losing, your hands are tied. You can't do anything. You can't cash out because the value is not there. But if they tie it up, some of that value comes back. But most of these betting sites won't give you, decent value until France takes the lead. So that's the tough thing. I hope they score here. So Ukraine -2, probably a decent play. But the only problem is here, I would probably push it down to -1.75. And -2 will get you some money if they win. If they win 2-0 or 3-1, you get some money instead of thing. You have to lay a little more juice. You might be able to get this around -125 with some sites. So I think that might be worth it. All right. So we'll follow these games that are going. Yeah, look, I mean, Bill, I'll have to see how they play over the next couple games and thing. They're still my pick for the World Cup, but it's hard to win 2 in a row. And I'm starting to kind of warm towards Brazil a little bit. And while we're here, let me just Brazil is plus 500. I wanted to see if let me pull this up real quickly. I was on this earlier. So here are the lines for the first. They have lines for the games at the World Cup already, which I thought was very interesting. We talked about this a little bit on my show tonight on ESPN. Way far out. But here, you see Netherlands -130. Once again, there's a couple. No Kaepernick today, so I want to talk a little theory and some of the games, obviously. If you like this Netherlands game, by the time the game starts, this game might be -175, -180. If you're trying to get value, obviously, unless the whole team is decimated, this isn't going to move towards the plus. It's going to move up. -134, that's a pretty decent line there. I was really interested in this USA Wales game. USA is plus 180, Wales plus 165. Remember, the first game of these tournaments, teams really need to cage you, especially teams that aren't perceived as the favorites like England is. England's going to play Iran. Excuse me. And you see those odds here, -286 for England. If England wins that game, 3 points. Now, all of a sudden, this game, if one of these teams wins this game, it's a huge victory because 4 points probably get you through, and you're going to be battling with it's going to be USA and Wales for the second spot, probably. Right? Iran's probably going to finish last. If USA wins that game, they're in really good shape to go through. If USA loses that game, or Wales, they're a little bit behind. Now, all of a sudden, you have to go through that. You have to get something off of England, which is going to be tough. So I think that's an interesting game. You see draw is plus 215. Argentina -435 against Saudi Arabia. That's a game you probably have to see if they have Asian lines up already. Yeah. Argentina -1.75 at -121. I think that's pretty interesting. Germany, Japan. There's a Morocco. I don't know, Bill, did Morocco come back and win that game yesterday? They did. How about that? I hope you jumped on that one. Look at that. 2-1, 87th minute. All right. This is, for me, that's an interesting game here. Morocco against Croatia. Croatia's aging a little bit. This Morocco team is pretty decent. Plus 400 odds here is pretty good. Belgium against Canada. Portugal against Ghana, I think, is pretty interesting. And then obviously Brazil against Serbia. So just wanted to look at those. before we start to look at these Nation League games for tomorrow. All right. So, once again, Ukraine minus 500. I think you're going to have to try to find some value if you're going to take that. Faroe Islands, Lithuania. And plus money, talked about that yesterday. I think, Faroe Islands plus 148 might be worth a couple bucks. What's weird? Like, coffee makes me like yawn. It's just so weird. Coffee has like a weird effect. It makes me like tired. I don't know. I'm tired, but maybe it just like brings the fact out that I'm tired. Maybe I'm just like not noticing that I'm like super tired. But like, I'm always yawning when I drink coffee. Let's put those futures odds down at the bottom there for you. England, Italy. So we talked about this on ESPN show tonight a little bit. See these lines. England minus 114. Remember, it's a replay of the Euro final. The last 3 times the teams have played, it's been 1-1. Spanning 6 years. Not a lot of goals when they play. I don't think that's breaking news to anyone that's ever followed Italy. England hasn't been firing. I don't know who's going to partner. I just don't know who's going to partner Harry Kane right now. Somebody will, but I just think sometimes teams can maybe key on Kane and slow them down. I think Jude Bellingham's got to be in the starting lineup when the games count for real. I'm stunned, man. This Austria team. And Croatia took the lead. I'm very majorly disappointed in this. So Mbappe came on to replace Griezmann. This isn't their look. This is not their starting lineup. When the tournament comes. But Deschamps doesn't like to make changes like to his guys. Like he likes his guys. For me, I would play Benzema and Mbappe up top. I would probably play a 4-3-3. I don't think they're going to. I think he likes the 4-2-3-1. Because Conte used to sit here. But this is not their best lineup. Pavard is their best right back, I think. These two are probably not going to play. I would think it would be Kimpembe. Maybe with Konate. Taylor Hernandez probably. I would put Tuchmeni with I think he's a little. I think Conte might be a little bit too old. I maybe put Tuchmeni and Camavinga and Nkunku. Benzema, Mbappe, Griezmann, maybe two attacking, but yeah, it's this guy. Look, Deschamps, man, they won the World Cup, but if you listen to like the actual French people, like on Twitter, I'll talk to the French people, and they're like, I was down on them. They should have won the Euros in 2016. They got so much talent. They should never lose these games. Like he's just so overly cautious. They got Tuchmeni, and Camavinga and Nkunku and Benzema and Mbappe and Griezmann. They got so much attacking talent, and he's going to sit with two holding midfielders. It drives me nuts. You don't need two holding midfielders in these games, man. You're playing Austria. You're not playing Brazil. Carl, how's it going, buddy? The king is back. Carl, where are you watching from? And you got any plays on? You guys got any plays on the NBA while we're looking at some of these? I do like. Yeah, I know it's too late. I agree. He waits till the game is like 81st minute, 79th minute. Coleman's washed, man. Who got the goal? Feynman. This Austria team's not terrible. Anyway, I do like England tomorrow against Italy. A rematch of that game. A little bit of a. I just don't know who Italy is going to bring to the game. England needs the game. They need the win. I'm not super confident. Like, I wouldn't be betting a lot on it. I'm not probably putting it in a parlay or anything like that. But I do think England should be winning that game. So that's, kind of my. Carl, yes, I'm very excited. I'm super excited for your return. Where have you been? By the way, where have you been? Is it Carlos from Ireland? I'm gonna drink more of the coffee. I'll get more excited. I think get a lot of sleep, man. We're doing this house. It's just like it's never done, man. We did all this work. It's never done. All right. So, one thing I did like, and I'm gonna show. This is my man, Carlos, my man. Hey, man, I'm excited to hear you back. I haven't talked to you in a while, man. Well. All right, man. How you doing, man? I'm excited. Take the under. I thought, yeah. Mbappe scored. Oh, there we go. We're back in it, Bill. We're back in it. Still, yeah, look, a lot of time left. 10 more minutes left. Yeah, Carlos, I just got your thing, man. I hope you cashed out of all your crypto before it tanked, man. This guy right here, if this guy Carl right here, he's the guy, man. Listen to him about all his stuff. He's the man. Crypto King. Make sure you tell CR you're back, man. Look at that, man. One of the first. Oh, that's what you got to do. Same thing. I cashed out, bought some Amazon stock, but not looking good today, but it is what it is. So, yeah, I think France comes back. Hopefully they come back in this game. Tomorrow, what I do like is, remember we talked about, I think you could do a 3-team parlay tomorrow. Page 184, Germany, Turkey, Netherlands against Poland. And really, if you want to take out the Netherlands and just do Germany against Hungary and Luxembourg, Turkey, I think you can do that. I think that's decent way to go about it. I think when you look at this game, those are the 3 games that I would target tomorrow. Belgium, Wales, 2. I think you could do that if you want to throw Belgium in there. But remember yesterday, talking about Turkey at minus 1.25. I would even probably say minus 1.5 here and say plus 133. I think that's a pretty good single bet right there. Turkey has no business being in this group. They're much better than that. So I'm going to see what this pays here. Turkey, Germany, Netherlands. What Belgium plus 423. All right. I'll take it. Remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Every day you'll be able to watch all kinds of programming. We got the 6 hours. 6 hours of programming. I will get my guy Carlos on one day, but I know he's a kind of he's real cautious betting. Not a big better. I know he's a guy who likes to get a little cautious with his plays there. He's already riling up CR. Hold on 1 second here. We're going to pull this up. All right. Yeah, it's because they know they can't. Yeah, look, it's very frustrating, man. It's very frustrating. They need a goal here. To be honest, they need another goal because they're still in last place here. Look, there's still 3 more matches to play, but they do need a goal here. And they're gonna probably be trying to score here. But yeah, he should have made changes probably 20 minutes earlier and tried to 1-0 try to chase the game. That's my one pet peeve with a lot of managers. Watching United over the years, Ali goalie gunners. So these guys would route everybody. Like if you see it's not working, you got to make changes, man. Don't wait till the 60th, 65th, 70th minute. Make changes in the 55th minute. Change it. Give your subs 40 minutes, 45 minutes to change it. So make subs at halftime. Look, there's gonna be 5 subs next year. You could sub anybody. Just make 3 changes at halftime. Just get it done. It drives me nuts. Kylian Mbappe ruled offsides. We'll see if we get a goal there. So, but anyway, for tomorrow, if you wanted to do a 4-teamer plus 428.3, I think you could probably do that. I think that's a pretty good one. But yeah, if you want to take Belgium out because they're minus 120, I think this one is pretty good there, and you could probably do like round robins. 60 plays 120 potential pass. You're doubling your money there. Andorra with the big win. Oh, and Israel came back and scored. Look at that, 2-1. Now we're going overs. Now suddenly we got a little overs. Crazy. But yeah, I mean, other than that, for Saturday, when you look at the schedule for Saturday, I don't even look at these games. The CONCACAF games, whatever. I do remember I like the U23s. So, some of those games, Iceland, Portugal's already through, plus 37 goal difference, 39 goals for, 2 goals against. So, probably no one else is coming out of that group. We'll see this one here. I think this is the one where they're pretty close. Netherlands, Switzerland. So let's take a look at that. Netherlands minus 335 against Wales. Wales is out of it. I think you say Netherlands has plus 28 goal difference. So I think you come down here full time, over 2.5 goals for the Netherlands. They've scored 31 goals in 9 games. I think that's a pretty decent play. Remember, they have to win. They're both on 23 points. So anything, any kind of loss, well, I guess they're probably already through because they have a superior goal difference and they played one less game. But a win gets it done. So I would think you see them play pretty well here and just yeah, Bill, do I like the Warriors? Look, if the Celtics win tonight, the series is over. I don't think the Warriors are coming back from 3-1 down. I think, I don't know if Curry's. I don't know about Curry's health. I don't love the game today. He's going to play. He's going to play, but he's banged up. And Celtics are a better team, and the metrics called it. The metrics said that it was going to be. They favored the Celtics in this series. I thought they were a better team. Yeah, it is, Bill. It's a tough call here. Like I don't know if you. I don't know if you could take the Warriors here, knowing that Steph's hurt. Like I'll probably just pass on the game. But I mean, Warriors have to win the game. Warriors have to win the game, in my opinion. If they don't, I think it's done. I think they're in a lot of trouble. France. Looks like it's going to be a 1-1 draw, Bill. All right. So I don't know if there's any UFC. We talked about the UFC today on ESPN or tonight. Remember, you can. Where'd that banner go? You can listen tonight at midnight on the East and on a TuneIn radio. But you can also listen tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. if you're in the East. You don't want to stay up to midnight. We do talk a little bit of UFC. I'm not a huge UFC guy. I think, you could find a little value in some of these, if you take clear these out for you. It takes Weili Zhang and Shevchenko, minus 124. I think that's not terrible. Sometimes I'll just go down the list and say 1, 2, and bet anyone that's over 200, minus 200, and bet it. Not even knowing. I just favorites, right? They're favorites because they're good. So sometimes I'll just do that and hope it comes out, and it does sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. Also, just quickly with the rugby here, because once again, look, if you're not, this rugby is you can find value and find games, and you don't need to go minus 530, minus 500, minus 560. Remember, you can make it, minus 375 and minus 400. They're offering me a cash out already. I didn't even put the bet in. Look at that. You get minus 3.5 on every game for these heavy favorites. And, minus 375, minus 400, minus 400. And you're getting even money right here, right? Man, even money. And a lot of these games aren't 2-point games. They're probably going to win. I mean, they're favored by 15 points in these games. They're not really close. You see the line here. It's 15.5. If you bet down, I mean, you could probably make the case you could bet it a little bit higher. You could probably say, you could probably take it to like 6.5. Not much of a difference, 6.5, 5.5. Well, a little bit. Now it's at plus 111. 14 cents of value. Wiggins points over, Horford under. Yeah, sometimes that's the thing with these. You can do that, and not do the actual game. Stay away from like the total and all that stuff. So could be a decent way to do it. That's funny. So yeah, look, I think for the weekend, look, I my main thing is soccer, but for this, I think you can find some rugby. The hockey, look, I just think last night was the deciding game. I think the Rangers needed to win that game. I know how they are, backs against the wall. I know this thing, but this guy Vasilevsky is not going to allow goals. He's just not going to allow goals, and these unders. It's just really, really tough for me to take. I would be on the Tampa Bay in regular time, minus 107. I think the Rangers, I think it was game 3. I think game 3 was the one, man. They had to get game 3, and they didn't. 3-2, that close game, and, it's kind of turned on its head there. So, but look, there's so much action. There's the Belmont, Mo Donegal, Rad Ortiz, like him a little bit. A lot of baseball. There's a lot of stuff going on. So, see a little bet boost here. England and Italy each have 4+ corners, plus 200. Not too bad. All right. So, France ended up drawing 1-1. Disappointing result. Looks like Croatia is going to win that game. So, Denmark is going to be leading the group. Austria in second, Croatia in third, France in fourth. So, as it stands, France needs to pick it up, or else they're going to get relegated from that group, which is a little bit embarrassing because they were the defending champions. So, anyway, make sure you are using this first bet insurance promotion. It's $1,100. First time wager of $1,100. Get back in the corner. Free bet if you lose. You must use our promo code ATS wins CZR. Just, I don't know if you're in a state with Caesars. If you are, use it. Caesars all over the place. I always say try to use all these, as many of these things as you can. Just use them. Bet. Hopefully you just win. You don't even need that insurance. Make sure you're following us all day. We got all the different shows. Remember, I'm on ESPN New York tonight, 98.7 at midnight. I'm on Monday. I'm on Buy the Book Bets, either 5:45 or 6 o'clock. We got, I had all this stuff here, the World Cup futures, the Premier League futures. We'll start talking about them a little bit more. Remember, next week, still Nations League, and then we have a week, and then we have the following week, we have Champions League and Europa League games, so that'll be good. A lot of interesting contests to show there. So, all right. So that's about it for the day. Thanks to Starbucks for letting me come here and get this pretty cool drink. I appreciate it. And ready Monday. We'll be back. We're going to have AM Plus Money on Monday. We're going to have, I'll get you the list on Monday, but AM Plus Money will be on again Monday, talking more Nations League. And Rick will be on one of the days. We're getting him a better phone there, so you don't have to see him better and hear him better, and all kinds of stuff. And then we'll have a lot of other guests as we get closer to the show or the start of the Premier League. I think we're going to, start ramping up the people. We'll have some guests from Spain, and we'll have some journalists from England and all kinds of places talk about the league. Obviously, maybe Alistair from Covers could come back on at some point. And as we get closer to the European leagues, tough right now, a lot of the stuff going on. All right, so make sure you tune in on Friday or Monday and have a good weekend.